We welcome you live from Peru, Illinois, where the 20-15 normal Cornbelters take on the 9-25 Illinois Valley Pistol Shrimp. Cole Stevens alongside me is Braden Hartman, and Braden, the Cornbelters looking to complete the 5-game series sweep with a win here tonight against the Pistol Shrimp.
They have a great opportunity ahead of them. Got a nice pitching matchup, but let's first talk about the game from the last meeting between the Cornbelters and Illinois Valley Pistol Shrimp. It was an absolute nail-biter. There was 2 outs in that last inning with a runner 90 feet away from tying the ball game, but they would not be able to take advantage for the Illinois Valley Pistol Shrimp, and they'd hand the Cornbelters the 4th win of the series. How it went down is in the top of the 9th, there was a leadoff triple from Shotzik to put the pressure on the Cornbelters right away, and then Chavez would work a walk and steal second. That brought up Carter Brown to the plate, and he flew out to drive in Shotzik to make it a 6-4 game. Silva then singled to score the 5th run and stole second and also third. And then Roper will get a clutch strikeout for the Cornbelters for out number 2, which left the game in the hands of Kirk Weatherford, who would unfortunately for them ground out to end the game, and the Cornbelters squeaked away with a win.
It was a close game. Graham Casey, the ace for the Cornbelters, started it off fantastically. He went 5 innings, giving up 8 hits and 2 runs and 8 strikeouts. But the big question mark was the amount of runners left on base for both teams. Illinois Valley left 12 runners on base, multiple loaded base situations, and the Cornbelters left 10. First pitch gets underway. The Cornbelters lineup looks as this. In third base, Charlie Veracruz would lead things off. Left field, Tyler Thompson. And the shortstop, Ben Vogley. Hitting fourth is Jackson Stanek, the first baseman. Nolan McCrossan, the designated hitter. Carter Blankney is in right field. The man behind the dish is Jake Greer. Center field, Filippo Barada. And Gavin Michaels will be in second base. Veracruz on the right side of the box will face Isaac Rust, making his 7th appearance and 5th start. Second pitch of the at-bat is high for a ball.
And Rust has gotten a lot of action so far in the Prospect League this year. 21 innings pitched. Sports a 1-2 record, but he's been one of the more reliable arms for the Illinois Pistol Shrimp.
A 1-1 count to Veracruz. Watches it go low. Veracruz entering today, hitting .338 with 22 hits and 16 RBIs. He's also one of the leaders in hit by pitch for the Cornbelters lineup. Him and Vogley were both tied with 9 on the season. 2 balls and 1 strike to Veracruz. Lifts one into center field. Moving over is Carney to his left. He watches it go high, and it will take a bounce at the warning tracks. Veracruz digging in for second. Now he turns to go into third. The throw in. Veracruz a stand-up triple to lead off the game.
And that's how you take the wind out of a team right there. You come into the game looking to sweep, and you immediately start by putting pressure on the pitcher, Ross, with an absolute scorcher over the head of Carney out there in center. Great way to start the ball game for the normal Cornbelters.
Defensive lineup for the Pistol Shrimp. From left to right field, Silva, Carney, and Shotzik. Third to first, Pishka, Ireland, Baftieri, and Chavez, the man behind the dish tonight for the Pistol Shrimp, and Rayburn. As Rust looks over at third after a leadoff triple to Veracruz. Tyler Thompson digs in on the right side. First pitch for him, he puts good contact on this ground ball into the glove of Ireland, the shortstop. He zips it over to Chavez for out number 1, but a run will come in, and the Cornbelters take an early lead.
Thompson does exactly what he needs to. Puts the ball in play, gives them a chance to score, and Veracruz is able to easily cross home plate for the first Cornbelter run. That's a backbreaker right away.
With that RBI, Tyler Thompson gets his 23rd of the year. Ben Vogley will be the first lefty that Russ faces in the lineup. First pitch to Vogley, lifts one into the right side, left side of the field, and it's fouled away. And Braden Vogley is speed threat. 19 stolen bags on the year. Leads the Cornbelters.
He's just an exciting player. I love watching him obviously swing the bat. He's one of their better hitters, but also with the glove and on the base packs, just always creating chaos out there. You never know. It's something always in the back of the heads of the opposing pitcher.
Last night in the Corn Crib, had a double that drove in a run and struck out twice. Second pitch of the at-bat drops into the zone. Ben Vogley on the year, hitting .336 with 36 hits, 18 RBIs. Has a good eye, drawn 27 walks. He's down in the count, the 0-2. Vogley swings, and it fouls it away.
Something I also notice is all three batters so far for the Cornbelters have all swung at the first pitch. I love them being aggressive. They're taking some good swings. They're looking to get out of here, maybe get out of here early if they can put enough in play, but we'll have to see throughout the course of this game.
Vogley stands tall in the box. It's Rust looking for his first K of the day with an 0-2 count. Pitch runs outside for a ball.
Nice slider there from Rust. A good spot. Could not get Vogley to swing. You mentioned the good eye. He shows it right there.
Rust on the season has gone through 21 innings of work. The 1-2 to Vogley. Hits one towards the first baseman and Chavez. He gloves it and steps on first for out number 2. Bring up Jackson Stanek, the first baseman. Leads the Cornbelters and hits with 42. Hitting .316, the All-Star. Digging on the left side.
We'll see if Stanek also follows the trend and swings the first pitch. After the first 3 did, I have to imagine Rust might make an adjustment on this first pitch.
First pitch is inside for a strike. And Stanek, a power hitter. 12 doubles to his name, Braden.
When you swing as hard as this guy does, if you make contact, it's going to go very far, regardless of where the ball's hit. He has a lot of extra base hits. Seems like whenever he touches the ball, it always has a chance to go very far.
Cornbelters lead here in the top of the first, 1-0, 2 away with a 1-1 count to Jackson Stanek. 1-1 is fouled away on the left side. A long strike to allow Rust to work himself back in the count. His last outing was against the Quincy Doggy Paddlers. Went 4 2/3 with 4 Ks and 5 hits, allowing 3 runs. Here in the top of the first, 2 away, a 1-2 count to Stanek. Left-handed batter stands tall in the box. Watches this pitch run high to even the count at 2-2. Stanek taps home plate twice. Brings his bat up and hangs it over his shoulder. Rust comes set at the belt. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Jackson Stanek goes down, swinging. A first K for Isaac Rust's day. Cornbelters lead 1-0 after the top of the first. We'll take a short break and be back for bottom of the first action here on the Normal Cornbelters Sports Radio. We welcome you back here in Peru, Illinois. Cole Stevens with Braden Hartman. After the top of the first, a leadoff triple by the leadoff man and Charlie Veracruz, and then driving him in was Tyler Thompson with his ground out. Cornbelters take a 1-0 lead. Braden, a good start for the Cornbelters, but now the Shrimp have to answer back.
Yep, they have all their big dogs at the top of the lineup. You look at some of the averages. Silva, 347. You have Chavez at 356, and you have Shotzik at 347. A lot of good hitters on the top of the lineup, and he's going to have to face them right away, does Nicholas Curry.
Nick Curry making his second appearance. He's only gone through an inning with a 1-0 record, the right-handed pitcher. Take on the left-handed batter, and playing in left field today, Ethan Silva. The 0-1. Hit onto the ground. It bounces over to the second baseman, and Gavin Michaels. He fumbles it and flips it with his glove to the first baseman, and Stanek in time for out number 1.
That was a theatrical first play. Ground ball over there to Michaels. Kind of picked it up a little bit. Fell out of his glove, but he was able to grab it with his glove and then flip it with his glove. Kind of impressive. Obviously, you don't want to make the play that hard, but he did get the out, so that's all that matters.
On the right side of the box, Andrew Pishka, the third baseman in today's matchup for the Shrimp, will dig in. Infield standing straight up and bending their knees now for the Cornbelters. First pitch of this at-bat is high for a ball. From third to first, Veracruz, Vogli, and Michaels and Stanek. And in the outfield for the Cornbelters, Thompson, Barada, and Blakeney, and the man behind the dish is Greer. The right-handed pitcher, Curry, stands tall. The 1-0 is outside. For Andrew Pishka, on the year hitting .200, 3 hits and a double. Struck out 5 times, but has a good eye and can draw some walks with 3 on the season. Up in the count, 2-0 with 1 away. Pitch outside for ball 3.
Kind of losing him a little bit here. Curry's going to have to dial back, and you get that quick first out, and then you follow it up with 3 straight balls. Not what you want to do. Got to be aggressive. You have the 1-0 lead. Have a little bit of padding. Look for him to be a little bit more aggressive. If not in this at-bat, the next at-bat.
3 balls, no strikes, 1 away. A forced pitch right down the middle for strike 1. It's interesting the Cornbelters will be losing Charlie Veracruz after today's game. He'll be having to go back to the state of Indiana.
That's a shame because Veracruz, one of their best producers this year, has that 338 average. It seems like he's always in the thick of it when the Cornbelters are playing well. Veracruz is always one of the names that you look at the box score and you see him with the most action. So that's going to be something that's going to hurt.
A full count. 3-2 in the zone for strike 3. Andrew Pishka goes down looking.
And a very great way to come back from the 3-0 count. Curry battles all the way back, goes fastballs, and places them well. Gets his first strikeout.
First baseman Anthony Chavez step in onto the left side of the batter's box, hitting .356, 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. The middle infielders for the Cornbelters into the shallow outfield part. First pitch of this at-bat's in the zone for a strike. A Bearcat duo in the shortstop at second baseman and Vogli and Michaels for the Cornbelters here tonight. An 0-1 count to Chavez inside for a ball. Not much wind coming in from left to right field, but the flags are picking up here on a nice, subtle July 5th, 82-degree day. A 1-1 count to Chavez with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Cornbelters lead 1-0. Pitch is high and away for ball 2. Should be 3 balls and 1 strike. Home plate umpire giving the signal up to the press box area. Hit well into right field. Moving back is Blakeney, and he watches it over his head. This ball's out of here.
My goodness, that ball was tattooed. It landed. There's a field outside of right field. It cleared the grass there, and it landed in the field. That's one of the furthest balls I've seen hit as a Prospect League broadcaster. 410 feet on our TrackMan.
Chavez does it again. He had a home run earlier in this series back on July 3rd. A solo shot in the first inning against the Cornbelters, and does it here with 2 outs. It's a tie ball game, 1-1 in the bottom of the first. Gaden Shotzik, who's off to a hot streak after his game last night, will dig in on the right side. Shotzik last night reached base 4 times of his 5 at-bats. Puts contact on this one. Veracruz, the third baseman, has to zip it over to the bag in time. Stanek with a good scoop to get out number 3. After 1, we have a tie ball game, 1-1. The home run from Anthony Chavez to tie it up for the Pistol Shrimp. We welcome you back after one, a tie ball game, 1-1. Heading to the top of the first, sticking in Nolan McCrossin for the normal Cornbelters, the designated hitter on the right side, hitting .310 and 40 hits with 3 home runs. To the solo shot from Anthony Chavez. Tie this one up back in the bottom of the first. Cornbelters look to answer back. The left-handed pitcher, Isaac Zrust, first pitch is high and away for ball 1. A 1-0 count. Hit and skied and fouled.
Kind of to go back to that half inning there, you have the home run from Chavez. Unfortunately for Nicholas Curry, he got out of that 3-0 count with a strikeout. You thought it was going to go well, and then you give up the home run, and that was kind of a backbreaker there, but you do get the ground out afterwards.
1-1 count, skied up into left field. Moving to his right is Silva. He'll collect it for out number 1.
And for Curry walking back to the dugout, something he's going to have to refocus after that one. You thought you were getting out of there with a big 0 after scoring, but now you look up the scoreboard and it's 1-1.
96 miles an hour off the bat. We've seen 2 hard hits today, one by Chavez and one by McCrossin. But 410 feet Chavez's home run carried.
The balls are flying in this ballpark. You look at the flags, wind's moving from right to left too. Left to right.
Blakeney digs in, chops one to the second baseman, and Baftiri, he'll whip it over to Chavez for out number 2.
2 quick outs for Zrust. Good work.
Now the man behind the dish for the Cornbelters tonight, Jake Greer. He's struggled hitting .196, 9 hits, and 5 RBIs. Can he get on base with 2 away here in the top of the second? A tie ball game, 1-1. The left-handed pitcher, Zrust, comes set at the belt. Kicks and deals. Greer watches it, clips the opposite half of the zone for strike 1. And Braden Greer, his first hit came back on the road against O'Fallon. It was a double. He has some power off the bat, swings and misses there for strike 2. But he's giving an off day to the man in the designated hitter spot, and Nolan McCrossin, typically the catcher for the Cornbelters.
We've seen a lot of different people coming in, helping out McCrossin. Greer, one of those main guys. He's had a pretty all right series, trying to get out of that slump that you mentioned.
The 0-2 in the opposite batter's box, Rayburn to dig in and make the Athletics stop to keep it in front of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Here in the top of the second, a 1-1 ball game. The triple by Veracruz to lead off this game, brought in by Tyler Thompson's ground out. And then a solo shot by Chavez to tie it up. Pitch in the zone for strike 3. A way to end it out. Cornbelters went 1-2-3. Isaac Zrust feeling himself here in today's game. We have a tie ball game, 1-1. We'll take a short break and head back into the bottom of the second. We welcome you back here in Peru, Illinois. Casey Stevens alongside me is Braden Hartman. Due up for the lineup in the Shrimp, Ryan Duncan, Joey Ireland, and Zemi Baftiri. But we head into the bottom of the second. Braden, a 1-1 tie ball game. The solo shot by Anthony Chavez to tie it up.
And that was absolutely blasted, as we said. I think it was 410 feet to right. The kids out there are still looking for the baseball. They haven't found it, and it's maybe going to take a little bit longer because it's pretty deep out there in that field out there. So, yeah, 1-1 game. Exciting baseball so far.
Cornbelters went 1-2-3 back in the top of the second. Ryan Dungeon's first pitch of this at-bat is outside. Right-hander Nick Curry still on the bump, coming off of injury. Only he's pitched in an inning this season. Takes a deep breath and comes set. 1 ball, no strikes. Lifted up into left field, moving is Thompson towards the warning track. He'll get it to his right and collect it for out number 1.
That's textbook from Thompson out there in left. Shields the sun with his eyes, finds the baseball, gets under it, makes the play. That's a lot easier said than done. That sun can be really brutal sometimes, but he played that ball perfectly.
It looked like it was coming to his left in the wind. That's out the outfield today, blowing in from left to right. Carried it to the right side. He had to take a few adjustment steps to get out number 1. Now Joey Ireland, the shortstop, will be on the right side. First pitch of this at-bat's in the zone for a strike. Ireland on the year, hitting .222 with 12 hits. Strikeout prone, 16 Ks on the season. The 0-1 count. Outside for ball 1.
Home plate umpire being a little bit lenient on the outside part of the plate so far. From what I've seen, doesn't quite get the call there on the fastball.
Curry comes set. The 1-1 count. Swing and misses is Ireland. Curry on the day has struck out Andrew Pishka back in the first. He's gone quick. Saw 4 batters. Seen 1 here in the bottom of the second. A fly out by Ryan Dungeon. Joey Ireland, the shortstop, on the right side. Down to the count, 1-2. Swings and misses for strike 3. The second strikeout of the day for Nick Curry.
It was a beautiful off-speed pitch. You saw Ireland kind of almost flinch at first, and then he had to readjust. He sat back, but not enough. He goes down swinging on a slider.
Shift put in play here for this next batter, and Zimi Baftiri. Cornbelters middle infielders now go over near the first and third base bags. Wide open middle. 2 away in the bottom of the second, a 1-1 game. Terry's first pitch is low for a ball. Nick Curry struck out Joey Ireland last time up. Ryan Dungeon flew out. Looking to work quick. He's gone 1-2. Can he go 3? 1-0. Up high. Take the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Braden. A good day for baseball. It was a hot, steamy July 4th. Cornbelters played the Pistol Shrimp. A delayed game with some rain. Played a later start time. And today, game started at 4:35. Working quick. 2-0 count in this zone for strike 1.
Got to say, I'm a little bit jealous of the weather today here at Schweikert Stadium. Back as we were trying to do have a pool party yesterday for July 4th, and unfortunately, as you know, rained quite a bit. I wish we had this.
The 2-1 is lifted onto the left part of the field. Calling everyone off is a shortstop, Vogley, in foul territory for out number 3. A windy day. Not much left to play. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Pistol Shrimp went 1-2-3, and after 2, we have a tie ball game, 1-1. We'll take a short break and be back for top of the third action. Welcome you back here in Peru, Illinois for top of the third action. AC Stevens with Braden Hartman, and we have a tie ball game 1-1. Cornbelters due up 8-9-1. The only score that the Cornbelters had, a leadoff triple by Charlie Veracruz, who was brought around by ground out by Tyler Thompson, but not much since. And Isaac Zrust, 2 Ks, a left-handed pitcher, has on the day. He'll see the right-handed batter and Filippo Parada to lead top of the third off. First pitch to Parada is high and away for a ball.
As you mentioned, they started off hot with a triple from Veracruz and a ground out to score him from Thompson. Really got to get back into it, get some stringed hits together, get back in the...
The 1-0 is skied up into a shallow right. Shotstick moving over to his right, and he'll get under it for out number 1. Mentioned how the wind can help balls carried out into right field today. It will blow out in that direction. That ball hit hard, too, off the bat. 1 down, now the second baseman, Gavin Michaels. Recently, his average has skied up. It got up 61 points after last night's game. He's hitting .261 with 6 hits and 5 RBIs.
He's been taking advantage of the playing time he's been getting. At first, at the beginning of the season, wasn't getting a whole lot, but has became a big producer for the Cornbelters as of late.
1 down in the top of the third. The right-handed batter, Gavin Michaels, watches the first pitch go in the zone for strike 1. Zrust making quick work of the lineup here today. Went 1-2-3 back in the second. 1 away here in the top of the third. And working quick. His second pitch in the zone for a strike. No 2 count to Gavin Michaels. He taps home plate twice, rounds his bat up. Holds it over his shoulder. The 0-2 count. High for ball 1. Michaels, you mentioned, hasn't played much, Braden, in some games, but nevertheless, 4 stolen bags and a home run. The 1-2 count to Michaels. Hits one and skies it into right center. Moving over to his right is Carney, but calling everyone off is Shotstick, the right fielder, to collect down number 2.
2 pop-outs. Really nice job by Zrust to throw the ball, place it perfectly to produce fly balls. Gets 2 very nice quick outs, and he's back to the top of the order to face Veracruz, who has the only hit so far today off of him.
Veracruz got his 23rd hit off of his triple. Back to start this game. A 1-1 tie ball game in the top of the third, 2 away. Veracruz swings and misses for strike 1. I like the way Veracruz plays throughout the year. Had an on-base streak of 19 entering today, extended it to 20 with his triple back in the first. The 0-1 watches it go outside.
It's crazy what you can find out when you walk around and you talk to the players, right? You always figure out more stats, little cookies of information that you can use in the broadcast. That's what we did with Veracruz walking.
The 1-1 lined and fouled. We talked to Veracruz prior to the game. Mentioned how, if you go back to last summer, add his on-base streak that he ended the season with 23 games. He reached on base, and put that with this summer. He has a 44 on-base streak with his triple back in the first. A 1-2 count to Veracruz. Watches it go low. Even the count at 2-2. Veracruz playing on third base for the Cornbelters today. Typical hot corner spot. The 2-2 to the Boilermaker. Fouls it towards the right part of the field. Veracruz has shifted in, playing shortstop in last night's game after Vogley was taken out, and then also some second base in this series. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 away here in the top of the third, a 1-1 game. Zrust kicks and deals. Veracruz lifts it behind home plate.
Mentioned all the different positions, and that's kind of a theme we've seen with a lot of these Cornbelters, people that can play multiple positions. And especially for college programs, that's something, the more flexibility you have as a player, the more you're going to stand out to higher-end coaches like that.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Veracruz. Puts one right up the middle. Drops into shallow center. Veracruz, 2 hits on the day. A triple and now a single.
That's all he does, right up the middle. He can hit one like that triple that we saw, but his bread and butter is those gap singles, gap doubles. He loves always on base, and when you're on base, it really doesn't matter, right? Because if you're on base, you're always contributing to the cause. It reminds me of Moneyball. They always, when they're looking at players, one of their stuff that they're looking at specifically is if they get on base, and Veracruz would be.
Tyler Thompson puts power on this one, hit right to shot stick the right fielder for out number 3. Cornbelters leave one stranded after the single by Charlie Veracruz. To the top of the third, a 1-1 tie ball game. We'll take a short break and be back for bottom of the third action. Welcome you back for bottom of the third action. Casey Stevens with Braden Hartman. And quick work by both of these pitchers. Nick Curry went 1-2-3 last time around through the pistol shrimp. It will be 8, 9, and 1. Tyler Ryburn. And behind the dish, we'll dig in on the left side. The right-handed pitcher's first pitch of this at-bat is swung and missed on for strike 1.
Both pitchers, a big trend for them has been going right at the hitters. No walks so far. All balls putting players strikeouts.
The 0-1 is inside. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the third to tie ball game 1-1. The only score for the Shrimp was a solo shot home run by Anthony Chavez back in the bottom of the first. Swings and misses for strike 2. Tyler Rayburn hitting 167. But 5 hits and 2 doubles. 1-2 count, deep breath by Curry. And it's in the zone for strike 3. A delayed call by the home plate umpire, but the third K of the day for Nick Curry.
Curry went away with a fastball on the previous pitch, got the swing miss. He was almost ahead of it. And then he drops a nice breaking ball in on the hands of Rayburn, drops in the inside part of the zone for a strike. Really nice at bat for Curry.
Working quick, 4 pitches, and gets the strikeout. Griffin Carney, the center fielder, hitting .333 with 4 hits. Digging on the right side. 1 down in the bottom of the third. Carney swings and misses for strike 1. Readjusts himself before stepping back into the box. Taps home plate twice. Rounds his bat up and holds it over his shoulder. Infield standing straight up for the Cornbelters. And a good pitch. Makes him fan on it for strike 2.
I think after fanning him with the off-speed, he might go back to it. He has options, though. He has lots of balls to work with. He can go with the slider, maybe elevate with a fastball. We'll see what Curry does here.
The 0-2 count with 1 away. Curry, off-speed pitch, outside slider. Gets him to go down swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Nick Curry.
As I said, great work. Does go back with that slider away, and he's been working really well with that slider. Obviously now with the lefty coming up to hit, maybe he tries something on the outside part of the plate instead. We'll see how he works against the top half of the lineup, Ethan Silva.
Left fielder today grounded out to the second baseman, and Michaels last time around. Chops one to the third baseman, and Veracruz zips it over to the first baseman, and Jackson Stanek for out number 3. Shrimp go 1-2-3, and after 3 innings of play, a 1-1 ball game. We'll take a short break and be back for top of the 4th action. Welcome you back for top of the 4th action. Leading off, the Bearcat himself, Ben Vogley. And after 3 innings of play, a tie ball game 1-1. Cornbelters scored with the Charlie Veracruz leadoff triple. Tyler Thompson brought him around with a ground out. Vogley digs in, bunt attempt taken away. Pitch towards the bottom half of the zone for a strike.
Interesting choice for Vogley. I have to think maybe he was trying to do it, but he also might have been just duking. We'll see if the corners creep in. It looks like the first baseman moves in a little bit.
The 0-1 count to Vogley. Pitch towards the top half of the zone for a strike. Now the first baseman, and Chavez backs away. You notice the second baseman, Baftiri, moves into shallow right center. The left-handed batter, Ben Vogley, hangs his bat on his shoulder, now brings it up. Outside pitch. In the zone for a strike.
Got him with the outside pitch. That was a really nice one from Russ. Paints it on the outside corner.
Ben Vogley goes down looking. The 3rd K of the day for Isaac Zrust. Entered today with only 25, but making quick work of the Cornbelters lineup. Jackson Stanek, who was a strikeout victim, back to Zrust in the first, will dig in on the left side. Back-to-back lefties in Vogley and Stanek in the lineup today. Now lifts one into right field, moving to his right. His shot sick in foul territory. He'll collide with his bullpen, but watch it foul on the outside fence.
That is about as high of a ball that you can hit. That ball was skied, and it originally was in fair territory if there wasn't the wind here at Schweikert Stadium. That might have been routine for the right fielder, Shatsick, but it does move foul to the right side of the field, and Stanek is going to get another choice.
A long strike. One away here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 game. The 0-1 puts power on this one into left field. Moving to his left is Silva. The diving effort not in time. And it's fouled on the left part of the field. The wind, mentioned how it's been playing a factor going in from left to right. Not much of a factor there.
Yeah, it moved maybe a little bit, but it looked like that ball was doing everything it could to go foul, and it just helped it a little bit, but it does land on the left side of that foul line down the third baseline. Great effort out there by Silva, though, to try and make a play.
Opposite foul balls by Jackson Stanek in these last 2 pitches. One to the right side of the field, now one to the left side. Just waiting to time his swing. Down on the count 0-2 with one away here in the top of the 4th. The left-handed batter, Stanek stands tall against the left-handed pitcher. The 0-2 outside for ball 1.
You could tell that Zrust really wanted that one. Jumped behind the mound after that one. Just missed away with the fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Stanek. Zrust comes set. Kicks and deals. Hard ground ball to the first baseman and Chavez. He'll glove it himself and step on first for out number 2.
And I got to say, something that stood out to me on that one was you saw Rust kind of fiddle with his glove a little bit, maybe trying to duke Stanek. He was messing with gloves. Usually when people mess with their glove, they're messing with their grip, but he does come back with a fastball, and I got to think maybe he was looking to maybe trick him a little bit.
2 away in the top of the 4th, Nolan McCrossin. Designated hitter flew out to left field. First pitch, low and inside for ball 1. Goes back to the fastball there. You've seen some success with it tonight.
Yeah, he's been placing it well. Seems to have great command on that fastball. His off-speed has been working good, too. A little bit less accurate so far today with that, but as you said, he's working fine. No walks.
The southpaw, the 1-0 count. Whiffs on it. Nolan McCrossin does. Some big umph on that last pitch.
Yeah, he put a little extra on that one. Reared back and fired it in there.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Here in the top of the 4th, a 1-1 ball game. Nolan McCrossin, the right-handed batter, puts contact on this foul ball on the left part of the field. A little early on the swing.
Yeah, he was way ahead of that one. He scorched it right to the right side of the Cornbelter dugout. We're going to do the 1-2 count again.
Tapping home plate and bringing his bat up is McCrossin. Filling with the ball in his glove is Russ. Comes set at the belt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looking for strike 3 and fouled away towards the right part of the field. Seen opposite foul balls from back-to-back batters and Jackson Stanek and Nolan McCrossin. McCrossin did it opposite this time, went left and then right. Still trying to time his swing. 1-2 count. Crossin times it there, bloop, into left field and drop down. Silva will glove it in and throw it in to hold the runner on first. And now just the second hit of the day for the Cornbelters.
I love that battle between Rust and McCrossin. McCrossin, you saw he was early, late on a couple pitches. That last one, that fastball he was really late on, turned on that one into left field, and he'll win this battle against Rust.
Excuse me, it was actually the 3rd hit of the game. Got behind on myself there. Veracruz is 2 of 2 on the day. McCrossin just singled to put himself on first. Top of the 4th, a 1-1 ball game. 2 away. Taking on the right side, Carter Blinkney. Check swing. Appeal to the infield umpire. Called not go around. Be a ball. Throws me off. There's 3 umpires out there today. Used to only 2 in the corn crib.
Glad you noticed that. I haven't noticed that yet. Wow. 2 umpires. We have never seen that before.
1-0. Fouled behind home plate. He's on it. Just can't time his swing. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down in the top of the 4th, a 1-1 ball game. Runner on first and Nolan McCrossin, who singled just moments ago. Cornbelters, only hits other than the single by McCrossin came from Veracruz. Low off-speed pitch for ball 2.
Blickney being really selective in this one. Finds himself in a 2-1 count. Nice eye on that one with the low fastball.
A runner on first here in the top of the 4th. 2-1 count to Carter Blinkney, the right fielder. Swings and misses on an inside strike. Even the count at 2-2.
Crossin's off the bag a little bit more than normal from what I've seen from him. We'll see if Rust, it looked like he paid a little bit more attention to him on that last pitch. We'll see. Maybe he offers over to first.
Middle infielders for the Pistol Shrimp. Pinching on the second base bag. Swung into the center fielder to Carney. He moves over to his right. Wind blowing it, and he gets under it for out number 3. A 1-1 ball game after the top of the 4th. Cornbelters with the single by Nolan McCrossin. Strand 1. We'll head into the bottom of the 4th after this. We enter the bottom of the fourth, a tied ball game 1-1. Leading things off for the Pistol Shrimp, Andrew Pishka. Strikeout victim to Nick Curry back in the first. Infield bends their knees for the Cornbelters. First pitch, the off speed, outside for ball 1. Curry 4 Ks on the day. Towards the bottom half of the lineup, but got Pishka back in the first. 1-0, off-speed pitch, drops below the zone for ball 2.
And 2 of those strikeouts were this last half inning for Curry as well. Maybe aging like wine in this one. We'll see how he does in this half inning.
Pishka entered today hitting .200 with 3 hits. First baseman and Stanek now creeping in, and he'll stop his tracks. Pitch runs high. 3 balls, no strikes. Curry's made quick work, went 1-2-3 twice. Back in the third and the second against the Pistol Shrimps lineup. The only run given up, a home run by Anthony Chavez. 3-0 pitch. Loses control of it, and it's outside for ball 4. The first walk issued by either pitcher between these two teams today. And Andrew Pishka will have a free pass.
So Pishka works a 4-pitch walk. Didn't really have to, I guess work's probably an overstatement, but he will walk over to first, and now that's going to bring up Chavez, who now has a runner on first. There hasn't been much traffic, if at all, for the Pistol Shrimp.
Big gap in the right side of the infield. Second baseman Michaels has to cover second base bag, lifted into the center field, moving back near the warning tracks of Barada. They'll hold the runner on first. And Pishka.
That was a really strong swing from Chavez. That kind of maybe scares Curry, the Cornbelter pitcher. He took an outside fastball, and he almost pulled it. He hit it straight pretty far out into center field. That was kind of impressive.
91 miles an hour off the bat, Braden. We've seen power off the bat of him already today with a home run. Curry pitched around him. Lined one right into the right field. A shot sick. It will drop. Rolling in, it's Blinkney. Throws it in, and now runners on first and second for the Pistol Shrimp.
Now Curry, we'll see how he does against traffic. He hasn't really had much, as we mentioned. Now runners on first and second.
New arm warming up for the Cornbelters in their bullpen. Curry, 1 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Runners on first and second. A walk issued to start the bottom of the fourth to Andrew Pishka. Shot 6 singled. Now a mound visit for the Cornbelters. Coming in his career as well.
Out there is going to be number 8, Luka Zachman, warming up in the Cornbelter bullpen. Maybe buying him some more time. The pitching coach coming out with runners on here in the fourth. Probably about the end of his time on the mound for Curry. We'll see how long he stays out there.
4 Ks already today. Got one back in the first to Pishka. Struck out Joey Ireland. Then went back-to-back on Tyler Rayrum and Griffin Carney. He's given up a walk here in the bottom of the fourth. Flew out to Anthony Chavez to center field, and a single by Caden Shotstick to put runners on first and second. 1 away, a tied ball game 1-1. Mound visit comes to a close. First baseman Jackson Stanek will now go back to his position. Trotting back is the home plate umpire with Jake Greer, the catcher. See the wind still blowing in from left to right. Died down slightly in the middle part of the outfield. Gavin Michaels, the second baseman, will now cover the second base bag. Standing right behind the runner and Shotstick is the first baseman in Stanek. First pitch of this at bat to Dungeon. Hit over, trying to turn 2. 5, 6, 3. Not in time.
Didn't quite get out of the glove in time. You saw Veracruz kind of fumble with it a little bit. Did get the out at second, which is a very important one, but couldn't get that second one at first.
Joey Ireland will dig in on the right side. Runner 90 feet away from the Pistol Shrimp, taking the lead. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. A 1-1 tie ball game. Big gap between first and second. Stanek covering the bag, but skied up into left center. The warning tracks is Thompson. He'll camp under it for out number 3.
You can have a little sigh of relief on that one off the bat. On a normal day without the wind, that ball might carry out of the yard, but it will not today. So nice work from Curry getting that third out.
After 4, tie ball game 1-1. Due up for the Cornbelters, Jake Greer, Filippo Barada, and Gavin Michaels. We'll take a short break and be back for top of the 5th action. For our viewers, after 4 innings, so a tie ball game 1-1, but a lightning delay here in Peru, 81 degrees. Rain expected to fall in the next 6 minutes. And Braden, both teams have been going quick. Their pitchings have, but delay may slow them down.
Yeah, what it's going to take. You see a lot of people running around a little bit, moving around, staying on your feet. I don't think this should be a long delay, but you never know, obviously. So you got to stay locked in, find something to do, whether that's playing a game like hacky sack. I know we used to play that back when I played, or just something to keep you moving, keep your spirits high. Because if you sit down for too long, it's easy to get tight, especially for the pitcher. Depending on how long this delay goes, you saw earlier the pitching coach came out to have a mound visit, and someone was warming up. I have to think maybe with that, Curry's day is definitely done after that.
Lucas Ackman, the one warming up in the bullpen for the Cornbelters. Head coach Billy Du Bois was just noted and aware of the delay of game. 30-minute delay. We'll keep you updated here on the Cornbelters Sports Radio. Welcome you back after 4 innings have completed. A tie ball game 1-1, a little pop-up storm here in Peru, Illinois. But we'll be underway in shortly 15 minutes, Braden. But a lot of play so far. The triple by Charlie Veracruz back in the first. He's also singled today, 2 of 2, and the only run being brought in by Tyler Thompson's ground out back in the first. But on the other side, Anthony Chavez, man. This guy is fantastic. The home run back in the first, and then got in the pitcher's head. A ball right in the middle of the zone, lifted it up right into center to Barada.
That was an impressive swing. I would argue it was almost a little bit out a little bit. It was like a fastball on the outside part of the plate, and he hit it, and he almost pulled it, and he hit it, I think, 90-plus miles per hour to center. Just crazy swing of the bat by him. We know he gets swing the bat. I'm curious to see what he does the rest of the game and how they pitch to him with some of those scaries being in the pitcher's mind of the Cornbelters.
We'll take a short break and be back at 6 p.m. when this game will get underway. A duo up for the Cornbelters, Jake Greer, Filippo Barada, and Gavin Michaels. We welcome you back, and after a delay, the game will now be pushed back to a different day, Braden. The rain coming in, the coaches colliding as they discussed. So the Cornbelters sweep comes to an end. I believe this game will be picked up in the top of the 5th inning when these two teams come back and play again.
Yeah, I'm curious when that'll be. I mean, looking at the field, definitely is wet, as you can see. Well, I guess, guys, you can't see because you're on the radio, but as we can see, down the baselines, it is a little bit soggy, and then you have some water standing in the base path. So maybe that's what called this one. I'm looking around. I haven't looked at the radar, Casey, but it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of rain around us and not very cloudy, but we will have to pick this up a different day. We'll have to figure out when that is. When we do, you can check the normal Cornbelters Instagram socials to look for a potential makeup date. We'll let you know when that is.
Well, for Braden Hartman, I've been Casey Stevens here on the Cornbelters Sports Radio. 1-1 ball game after 4 innings of play. We'll have an updated time on when these two teams will play again. And like you said, we'll have that on our social media, Braden. But it'll be a nice ride back home, and an early time to get back for both of these teams on this Sunday, July 5th. We'll see you next time here on the Cornbelters Sports Radio.